But there are times.
Isn't it strange? Right when I felt impressed upon to talk about this subject, this scan that never stops. It just keeps going until you stop it. It stopped on this station with this ministry plan. And I actually sat here and listened to a little bit of it because, well, I felt like that was supernatural that it stopped there, of all places. Okay, a preacher talking, you know, one of them radio ministers, and he's delivering some good stuff that's right on point. You know, the levels of forgiveness, accepting the blame and the guilt for our past. But there's a thing where, okay, you want to make amends, right? Or you want to publicly confess the details of your sin. And you may have waited too long to where, okay, those who were negatively affected by your sin, you know, your victims, so to speak, if you go disclosing that about them without their consent, you see, they may not have wanted anybody to know what they survived. They may not want people to be conjuring up those pictures in their mind, you see. So that's where, like, some will send you the message that, you know, they're not going to have anything to do with you, but, you know, don't associate them to your past because you selfishly want to purge your conscience. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to confess our sins to everyone. And, you know, I have as closely as possible without, like, you know, without, like, turning things into this lewd fest, you see. Just because, well, you know, I didn't forgive myself from my childhood and, you know, the things I did. And, you know, I just wanted to, like, be purged of it. And you know, sometimes you have to carry the burden of what you did. Now, you should apologize to those entities. And, you know, sometimes you're not in a position to do that. Like, there's entities that I would like to apologize to that I have no contact with. And, you know, they had already forgiven me for her childhood, many of these entities I'm talking about. But then I did other things as an adult that, you know, perhaps they were unforgivable, you see, by comparison. Because, well, you know, one's done as a child, not knowing better, you know, or with a child mind, because, you know, I'm kind of retarded. And one's done with, theoretically, the mind of adult. But I didn't have the mind of an adult until, you know, recently, and I still don't in a lot of ways. So I do deal with this like it's a mental retardation type thing. So, but I am, like, it seems like I'm overcoming it with, you know, like, coming past this fast. But I would like to, any of, you know, the entities that I negatively affected in my past, you know, personally, I'm saying to you, I am sorry. And I apologize. And I hope that you forgave me so that your life was better. And then, you know, I haven't forgiven myself. And that could be why, you know, I wasn't able to, like, stop torturing myself and sabotaging myself every step of the way. And, you know, I do deserve the hardships that I endured in my life. That's part of the karma for that and part of the penance at the same time. So please accept my apology and know that, you know, I'm not just saying this and I'm not just trying to step out from under blame or anything. I want us to, like, you to understand I am sorry, and I have been sorry for years. And I live a life of self-sacrifice to you know, kind of pay it back to God and the universe, in hopes that, you know, like, retrocausality might have some positive effect, you see. So that's where I was at with this video, is I wanted to extend that apology, and I wanted to explain that, you know, don't, if you have, like, things that you've done and you know, years have gone by, these people have built lives, man, you know. They may not want, you know, the people that are in their life now to even have this shit rubbed in their face. So you can do it like this, where you extend it. And then if they want to personalize it, well, they can make a comment and they can bring it to their, the attention of those who are going to see their comment, you see. So that's on them. And be brave enough to accept the comment and to let the world see the comment, okay? Because that's where I'm at. The comments are going to be open. I imagine a lot of mean stuff might get said to me, at least by one entity. And, there was a time when the entity who hates me most now in the world, we were actually close. And I mentioned in the previous video, focusing on positive traits and his positive traits. And, the pardon me thing that I do, just subconsciously. I don't even realize I'm doing it until I watch a video. I coughed. I said, pardon me. See, I always do that. So, another thing is, okay, when I was going through my divorce and we were both living with my ma, me and this entity were close. And he didn't have any animosity towards me for anything. He drove me around. We hung out together. We smoked weed. I put him in the trunk of my car and, my mom's car. I borrowed it. Put him in the trunk of my mom's car and had him stashed there with some beer at my work, waiting for the boss man to leave. Weird shit like that. We were just buddies, man, while I was going through my divorce from my ex-wife, because that really crushed me. And he saw I was just falling off the deep end. He was really good to me. And he drove me around, took the chance of getting his license messed up. Well, he didn't even have a license. Took the chance of getting arrested. And he cooked for me, man. It's like, and all this stuff, we were really close. We really loved each other. A lot of times we slept in the same bed in a room in my mom's house that, we were kind of sharing. So, it's like you can go from that close with somebody to being apart from them, and then they might pull something from beyond where you offended them back to mind and never let it go. And I kind of feel like that's where we're at. And I kind of do miss that closeness that I had with this entity, because we used to be able to trust each other. He had my back and I had his back. And, there would never be like any betrayal or anything like that. And it's like when another entity comes in and then one entity becomes jealous of the other entity, maybe that's part of what foments the falling away from each other. I don't know. But, again, I am sorry. And I hope my apology is accepted, and that, forgiveness is extended, because I can't, fully forgive myself anyway. Anyway, y'all who stuck it out, I hope that you are blessed and you have a good day.